ecstasy.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday, and welcome back to another episode of the Mindminx Show. I am your favorite Mindminx, and we are live on location here at Absalom, which is the official sponsor of the Mindminx Show. And as always, we are with Mixvibes Radio, who is behind the scenes right now, engineering and making sure everything is perfect. Also, just want to give a quick shout out to Castro Beats for that amazing beat that you're hearing in the background, exclusively made for the Mindminx Show. And I am here today with a really fun guest. We already started talking and we're like, no, we gotta wait. Hello, Mr. Duce Martinez.
Hello there.
How are you?
I'm just fine. I'm good. What's good?
Everything
I'm really
is good.
Life is good. Health is good. I can't complain. I'm here. I am here with you, getting ready to pop some questions and answers.
I love your energy.
Oh, well, thank you. Love yours too.
I
see you got pixie sticks over there. Like, what's going on with... Listen, wait a minute. I should just go over there and show... I should take the camera and face it that way. You see all the good stuff that they got over there?
Well,
pixie sticks.
that is the whole vibe
cubs,
here. Yeah.
Perfection. I mean, look, dude, this
Jenga.
is... You know what? Get that Simon Says thing. I think we should put it here so while we talk, we can play some games.
We're not playing
I think we
Simon.
should.
Well, we could do the trivia card.
No.
Yeah,
I don't want to think too hard.
Like Cards Against
I don't want to
Humanity
think
and
too hard. but yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no, I appreciate you taking... Well, first of all, if anybody does not know who Duce is, he is... Wow, you have a very long resume, man. So, producer, remixer, musician, engineer, and one of my favorites, former breakdancer.
Yes. Dynamic Rockers, formerly of Dynamic Rockers, and then we broke up and made the group called Dynamic Breakers. You know what I mean? So I'm an original b-boy from New York City, from Spanish Harlem, moved out to Queens, and then from Queens to Newark. So
How did that happen? How does one, like, not for nothing, when you're in Jersey, you always wish that you could live in the city. You know what I'm saying? But you went the opposite way. You went from the city to Newark.
My parents. I was young, and I had an aunt that lived out here in Newark, and the cost of living was a lot cheaper. And my mom and dad decided to buy a house, and they said, "Hey, we moved to Jersey." We're like, "Oh, I don't want to go. I want to stay here."
Nobody moves here on purpose.
No, not at all. But we moved here, and my sister and I traveled, and we were young, traveling on through the subway system, all the way to, at that time we lived in Queens, and Flushing, that is. And we used to go to IS 237 in Queens, and we would travel from Newark all the way to Queens.
For school.
For school.
Wow.
Then I said, the hell with it, I'm going. So I ended up going to Barringer Prep and Yatum Sabe.
When I read that, I was like, holy sh, because a lot of my family's from Newark too. So a lot of my
Blue Bears.
My cousins went to Barringer also. So it was just interesting because it's nice to see. I mean, I understand Newark is the largest city in the state of New Jersey. We all know this, right? But to see, because it's typical, what we're supposed to happen to us is nothing. We're supposed to be barefoot in the kitchen and pregnant if you're a woman, and a drug addict, or
hustling
or behind bars. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? So it's been a wild ride to meet all these people from Newark who are doing some pretty amazing. Yeah,
absolutely. You know, I got goosebumps right now, but I'm blessed. You know, I've been very blessed to continue to do what I did back in the days to doing whatever I'm doing today. You know, and you know, I rep New York City, but I mainly rep Newark, New Jersey, because I've done more here than what I've done in New York City. So I really rep the Bricks, it's called, Newark, New Jersey.
Brick City.
And I'm happy to be here in Newark, part of Newark, part of the whole community. You know what I mean? So I've been blessed to become who I am today. So I thank God and thank all my peers and all my good friends and family for that, the supporters.
Well, you definitely have a lot of supporters.
Yeah,
I do want to give a shout out to Ileana because she's the one that connected me to
Ileana.
you.
Hey, she just had a baby.
She just had a baby,
That's right.
yes.
Congratulations on your newborn.
Little girl.
She's amazing. I saw the photo. She sent me some. I'm like, hi. Listen, I have 4 daughters. So I know how it feels to have girls. I have no sons. I have 2 grandsons, but I have 4 daughters. So I know the feeling of having a daughter. And when anyone says, "Oh, I had a daughter," I'm like, "Oh my God," I melt. I'm like a little.
Oh, so
I'm like a little butter.
they're daddy's
Like
girls.
butter. Oh yes, absolutely. I love my
They're
kids.
beautiful. You posted, I believe it was for Father's Day. You posted, and then you had pictures of it. I was like, wow.
Yeah. I barely post things to do with my family or anything personal on social media. You know, I think it's personal. You know, so
I
from
agree.
time-
On stories, I do.
Yeah.
I stories, but I don't post anything personal.
Yeah, no, I don't need. You know, my business, and my family's business is just that. You know, so if I decide to leak one or 2 things, then I'll just do that. But most of the time, I don't post anything that has to do with my family. You know, I don't want nobody in my business. You know, so anything
There's
to
so
do
many
with-
weirdos out there, man.
Oh man, shut up! I know. They take your photo, they alter it. Listen, I got crazy friends, right? They'll take
Wait,
my
you
photo.
said friends.
Friends,
Okay.
friends, not just one. I have a few. Carlos Vera being one. Yeah, he's a great comedian. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look for the photo. And, and my mother loves this photo. It's a picture of a man grabbing his son to go to school, and he altered it and put my face in it. You know, going back to people taking photos and altering it and doing whatever. He's known for that stuff.
And it
I'm
looks
gonna show
like you.
And looks like me with a little, like everybody. Hey, since I'm a little guy, right? They got these little jokes all the time, and I love it. And I don't get upset at that. I actually love it because that shows how much these people love me. You know what I mean? I don't take anything personal. I never did. I'm not that type of guy. I don't take anything personal. I don't take anything at heart because at the end of the day, I'm a positive person, and I don't think of any malicious things. I just keep going. That's just me.
I love that energy.
You know.
But that's probably part of why I'm big into astrology and all that.
So is my wife. Oh my God.
So
God
into
bless her.
it. So, but I think that's part of your success.
Yeah.
That energy, that vibe, you won't let anybody suck that out of you.
Absolutely. You know.
So I love that.
I mean, the minute I feel that bad energy, or I feel something is about to come, I deviate from it. You know, I kind of little by little just
Back away. Wait, what's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
You're an Aries?
But listen, all right. She said, "You're an Aries?" I'm a different breed of an Aries, though. Everybody says, "Can I curse?" No.
Yes, we
I
can
don't
curse, yeah.
well, I'm not gonna curse bad, but they say Aries are assholes.
Yeah, my husband is an asshole.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Oh yeah, ven aquí. When is his birthday?
April 9th. Dear Lord, I had to think about it for a second.
Oh my God! Oíste, mira, Mr. Husband, ven aquí. Ven aquí. You heard what she said about you? We're Aries, you know that, right?
Yeah.
And I said everybody thinks that Aries are assholes, and then she says,
Yeah, my
husband's an asshole." Look, he agrees. No, bro, we're no assholes. We are the way we are. That's all. You know, we're just not focused. My wife says it all the time. What's wrong with you? God bless my wife. Her name is Misu. She's also an artist. You know, I produced her as well.
Wait, really quickly, I can't reach my camera, but I just want to say that the owner of Absalom, our official sponsor, just hopped onto our live. So hello, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Hoax, what's going on? Vixer, what's going on? V Rivera, what's going on? How
Yeah,
you guys doing? Let me
that's
see
my
what's up
husband.
there. Oh, V, hey, Mr. Husband, how you doing? I have to put my glasses on because, you know, when you're over 50 years old, I'm 55, you know, the eyesight goes a little bit, just a little bit.
Just, oh my God, a lot, you mean.
I'm taking my glasses off. That's it. No, I don't think so.
Everybody looks prettier with my glasses off.
With my glasses off, everyone looks prettier with my glasses off. Okay.
All
Love
right.
that.
So,
I'm sorry.
all right. So let's talk about this. So when you came to, how old were you when you came to Jersey, to Newark?
Like in my 20s.
Oh, okay. So it was you were a little bit
20,
older.
a little older, maybe
Okay.
like 19 or something like that.
What you? I know, like, well, you already said your age. So what
I'm 50.
year?
I'm 55.
Yeah.
I was born in '67. I'm not afraid to say, tell anyone my age. I feel good.
I love telling people my age too.
And how old are you?
47 this year.
Look at that. 47. When is your birthday?
October 18th.
October 18th.
October 18th. If anybody wants to send a gift, you can send it to Mixvibes Radio. The address is everywhere.
Are we having a party or something? Are we,
Always.
And Mr. Husband, are we having a party for
My birthday lasts
Mrs.
the
Rivera
whole
over here?
month.
Hey, listen, it's like me. I normally do 3 parties every year, and one in Manhattan, one in New Jersey, and one in Miami. So for the past few years, I kind of fell back a little bit, taking my whole career and the business that I'm doing, and just trying to reevaluate it and focus more on what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I decided not to do any big parties these past few years, and just focus on me.
Good for you.
So.
Good for you.
But I normally do like 3 parties, like you. The whole month I'm having a
Yeah.
party.
I had a whole weekend of parties.
See, I'm never, and I wasn't invited, so it's okay.
I didn't know you.
I know, but I don't care. I'm gonna say that I wasn't invited. Well, yes, we didn't know each other, but now we do.
So I'm trying to like figure out if we actually may have crossed paths because I was in. No, I don't know if I was in Newark anymore by then.
What year did you leave Newark?
Like 87.
Definitely not. I was on tour.
You're on. Oh, excuse me.
Sorry. No. I mean, during those years, I actually, well, now that I'm talking about years, and back in '84, I was part of the first ever hip hop city tours, like 36 cities, United States city tour. Jermaine Dupri was actually the opening act.
Wow.
It was called the Fresh Fest Tour, which was sponsored by Swatch Watch.
Oh my God! Do you guys remember Swatch?
Remember that? There was a plastic, ugly ass looking watch. Yeah, what is this crap? Yeah, that thing is worth about $2,000 and $3,000 today.
Oh my God!
The little cheap ones, that really worth some. I wish I had that. I had when my mom moved away. I was already involved with my kid's mom, and I moved out at I had my own place at 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
I was young. So all that memorabilia or out the
You
door.
lost.
I wish I had that stuff,
same.
my gear, and the different color sneakers that people doing today.
Mm-hmm.
I used to spray paint them different colors. And I wish I had all that stuff, because I'd be making some good money right now.
But all that shit is coming back.
I know, but
that whole style.
But I don't have it. I wish I had the
don't
original.
either.
I think I still. No, I don't think so. I don't think I still.
I used to have swatches all the fucking time.
They were the bomb back then, and now it's all coming back, and everything comes back. They say everything comes back full circle.
Yep. Always.
Like house music and the stuff that Drake is doing and Beyonce is doing. Hip hop right now I think is at its cap, and they have to come back down to do something new to get back into that whole hip hop element. You know what I mean? I know we're talking about so much different things. We just going
but that's what we're Puerto Rican. That's what we do.
Yeah. So, but anyway, let's get back. Like, let me come back to what we need to do.
We're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Talking about you.
Hablando. Dale.
All right. So when you came to Jersey, then you were already part of the breakdancer crew, right?
No, actually not. When I came into Jersey, I was a roller skater. I was roller skating.
Roller skating.
Yeah, I used to go to Skate Town USA in Queens. I used to look like these b-boys, dynamic rockers. And then my cousin used to work in Wall Street, cousin Ruben, and it's back in the early 80s. He's like, hey, I have a cousin that's really dope. So bring him. So I went, to Wall Street, did some head spins, did some other moves, and right then and there said, oh,
that's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
Listen,
140 Broadway. I remember that clearly. 140 Broadway was my first audition to become a dynamic rocker.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Then we broke up and made Dynamic Breakers, and the history goes from that point on, and I can talk about it, in a few minutes.
How did you get into DJing then?
Okay,
your daughter's calling.
My daughter. Well, let me tell her. Okay, she can. I'll call her back. Okay.
Sorry.
No problem. Sorry, my daughter Nikki was calling.
Just let them know the full episode will be up at 8 p.m.
Okay, the full episode. Oh, okay. So the full on YouTube, right?
They're getting a current behind the scenes.
Okay. Right. So everybody, just so you know, you can catch the live right now on my Instagram, and the full episode will be available and up and running at 8 p.m. this evening.
Okay. Sorry about that. It's my daughter. I gotta handle that. So the full episode at 8 p.m. on YouTube?
YouTube, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. You heard that right here.
So, all right. So, when did you begin DJing, though? How did it go from breakdancing to DJing?
So from the breakdancing, originally, when I used to live in Queens, my mother, remember those jukeboxes that we all used to have, our parents, the 2 speakers, the turntable, the 8-track, and the cassette with the speakers. So as growing up, I was into hip-hop, listening to Spoonie G and listening to the Funky 4+1 More, and I remember taking Super Rhyme on the turntable, which is called a phono back then, and in between the phono there was a radio, the AM, FM. So I used to put it in between, like on the knob in between FM and phono. One side of the speaker was the radio, and the other side of the speaker was the turntable. So I would try to mix, even though I didn't know what the hell I was doing. That was the starting point of me becoming a DJ.
Wow.
Not knowing really what I was doing, but I was like, entrometido. You know what I mean? It's just trying to figure out how to make it happen. You like that, right? Entrometido, right? Get your hands out of there, Koji. Yeah, so, and that was the start of it. And then when I moved to Jersey is actually when I really started becoming a DJ back in the 80s. I was going to a couple of friends' house, and I remember the first record was I Want to Thank You by Alicia Myers. I want to thank you, Heavenly Father, for shining,
Oh, dude, I'm not yet.
No, you don't know that song? Shining your light on me. Come on, you don't know that song?
Spot.
Come on, I'm about to play it for you. Wait, I'm about to play it for you. Yeah, so that was like the first record that I actually started DJing with in one of my friend's apartment. His name was Pablo, and he had turntables. And then he said that what you have to do is just follow the beat. And then from that point on, I went to another friend's house, Steam, and he had some turntables, and history was made then.
But at least you had people that, because nowadays, if somebody were to come to the wrong person and be like, "Oh, can you show me how to do that?" I'd be like, "Nah." Like they were actually, They were actually, they will actually teach you. They would say, "Yeah, no problem," because back then, in order for you to become a DJ, you had to learn how to use turntables. Mm-hmm. Today, everything is electronic. Everything is, you get a controller, you get a laptop, and you just hit the sync button, and you just sync music. You don't have to learn how to play music. You don't really have to know shit. Just know music. Like you said, you know music. If you know what the crowd likes, it doesn't matter how you play it. I'd be the worst DJ because I only play what I like.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, listen, I'm like that too, at some point, But today, technology just gave the ability for a lot of people to become DJs overnight. You know what I mean? Not knocking them.
I was going to ask if you feel like there's
No, I'm not knocking it because you know what? My station alone, I have a radio station called DY Music Radio, and we had certain DJs that never played, or they was just listeners, and we have certain DJs on the station teach them through with a controller,
that.
And now they're doing great things. You know what I mean? So I don't discriminate on anyone's form of playing. You know what I mean? Because DJ is a craft and is a gift. Mm-hmm. You got women, Millie Mills, and you got Nane, and you have Debbie Deb, and you have so many great women out there that can play their asses off, and some of them use controllers and some of them don't. You know what I mean? So it's about the music and how you play the music for your crowd. And if you know how to play it and you play it from the heart, you'll capture everyone. You know what I mean? You'll get that spiritual essence out of them. You know, when you play music. So no, I don't discriminate on anyone or how they play and what they play on, as long as they play good music.
Right.
You know, and now I don't laugh at anyone who's just a startup DJ when they play and they just all over the place, and because I was there once and I didn't get the light. No one ever gave me the opportunity to say, "Here, Duce, I know you're upcoming, but here, take this. I'm gonna give you the shot." I had to come around everybody to make it happen. I had to go through different obstacles, and this is the reason why I decided to do DWOW Music Radio. Was just the platform to give those DJs that don't get the light to become a DJ. You know,
I love that.
It's special. You know, it's just a special feeling, and you know, I got to thank a lot of the team. You know, my wife, Adam Cruz, Millie, Adam. Martin, Delia, New York Latina, you know, they helped me throughout the whole thing. So big shout outs to them. You know,
love that.
You know, so.
Okay, so what else do we want to talk about? So so from DJing it led into engineering then.
Right. From the DJ part of it, actually, you know, like I said before, when I first started, you know, from in Queens in Newark. And then I worked at record stores.
Yes, there were actual record stores.
Yeah, record stores. Who knows about record? Who knows about record stores
Sam
going in
Goody.
there? Sam Goody. You know, rock and soul. You know, so many out there. I became a producer before I became an engineer.
Okay.
I just started getting. I used to always work in studios. As part of, you know, the DJ aspect. I kind of left the DJ aspect of it, and I worked in many studios back in the 80s. I don't know if you guys know who Arthur Baker is, but he's a guy who came out with Planet Rock and, you know, all those type of records. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Adios mio.
Sorry, I'm learning.
This is the funk. Just hit me. Just get on down and hit me. Anyway, he's done a lot of records. I've worked with him in his studio. He owned a studio. I was a gopher, really. I used to go out for beers and stuff in the beginning. And then I became an assistant engineer with Victor Simonelli, Benji Candelario, Gungi Rivera, Tommy Bones, Lenny D, a lot of these great DJs that are out now. Mm-hmm. I just started into engineering then. Then I started producing. You know, so I became I became an engineer, then a producer.
Yeah.
Right, an engineer, then a producer.
And you've worked with Tila Rock and Fearless 4 and the Treacherous 3, Just Ice, King Sun, none of which I know who they are, but that's okay. I'm learning.
Well, those guys.
Somebody's saying hi. I just brother
Angela Boom, what up?
Okay.
Martin G, what's up, Papa? Hey, Ray Pearson, a dope ass MC. He's gonna be performing at my Latin festival July 30th in Linden, New Jersey. This brother.
Oh, I saw you just sent me that post.
Yeah, listen, check that brother out. He is bananas. You know, I'm promoting him. I'm supporting his brother. He's Latino from the Bronx. He's badass. So make sure, you know what, you should have him come here.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's dope. He's really dope. He got a lot to say. I got a lot of stuff going on. So let's get back to let's get back to the engineering. I'm jumping from things to things. So
well, that's okay. Well, we're Puerto Rican. That's what we do.
That's right. So engineering came about, and again, I started producing, and I got tired of asking engineers, how do you do this and how do you do that and why do you do this? And some engineers back then didn't care to show you because they were afraid you take their jobs.
Exactly.
So I just sat down and kept my damn mouth shut and just watched. And watched. So when I had some free time, I did exactly what he did. I patched up. Back then, you know, it was called a patch bay. if you remember the telephone operators back in the 70s, 80s, they had these little cables that you patch from one thing to another to connect people. So back then, that's what they had to connect different types of sounds and compressors and stuff like that. So I watched him and I learned how to do it, and I took his job.
Oh, well.
There you go. You know, so I became a really great engineer.
Hello, moving on 906. Sorry, I
Hey,
can't see that far.
moving on. hey. Yeah, and then I became a really, really great engineer doing house music and hip hop. And I engineered, stuff like for Karis One, Tony Sunshine, Mary J. Blige.
I wrote that one. I love Mary. So that name I know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to mention him, but R. Kelly and well, I should say the labels. Let me just say the labels like Jive Records, and that's where I started. Then I became wicked. Yeah, no.
But you, all right. So then from there, so how did that segue into soul creation?
So, I knew Jose was a great DJ. Big shout out to Jose Burgos. I was entering. I was looking for DJs to become to enter a battle of the DJs back in the days, and I remember he DJ'd, and then a couple of years later he was produced a record, Take a Stand for Love by Theo Gerardo. Then I remember just going to him and say, hey, listen, why don't we just start doing some music together? We knew this guy named Eddie Maduro that worked at Music Village, where we all worked at. And he took us to a studio, and that was the first sign of a production crew for myself, Jose Burgos. So asking him to be a part of it, he was already doing music. I was doing music, but I was more into the hip hop and R&B. Mm-hmm. He was more into the house. I did house music too, but I did also freestyle. Mm-hmm. I did a little bit of everything. I kind of like dapping into everything. Then we just joined together. It was almost like a Louis Vega and Kenny Dope, where Louis is musical, Kenny Dope is hip hop, and it kind of worked out for us. So, we did so many records. We produced, Kenny Bobian, Susu Bobian. We did stuff for Carlos Santana.
Nice.
The list goes on and on. We've done a lot of Fat Joe, Redman, and the Outsiders. Just so many names, and bringing us two together was perfect. Actually, you know what I mean. The hip hop sense of me, the street sense, and he more of he's the critical one. He's like, I'm the wild guy. He's not the wild guy. And it worked out. We've done so many records throughout the years, and then we decided to, take a break. We went our separate ways, and I'm doing what I'm doing, and he's doing what he's doing. He's doing great music. Big shout outs to Jose Burgos, and I'm doing what I'm doing. So
And then that's what birthed your production company.
Absolutely.
Deuce is Wild.
Deuce is Wild.
I love that.
I am as wild as they say I am. Nah, not really.
How do you have so much energy, man?
I don't know. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna give that to my mother. My mother's just. My mother's 72 years old and has the energy of a 32-year-old.
Wow.
That woman can dance her ass off. She's a dancer. She's a singer.
Let's talk about that. Do you think that's where you got your musical?
Definitely. Well, my mom and my dad. My mom is a singer. My father's a musician and a singer. You know what I mean? So living in Spanish Harlem, if you guys know anything about the city, and every corner there's a bodega. And in the corner on the weekends, they have bands. And my father had his own band, social club, and, living in Spanish Harlem and El Barrio, where they used to do the Fiesta Patronales on 3rd Avenue. He used to have a band, and I used to just sit there with him and do all the percussions, shakers and maracas and all types of stuff, you know what I mean? And that's where I got my start. And my uncle was also a guitar player, a rock guitar player.
Nice.
So a collaboration of all of them made me a person, or made me be the person to become to do something in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I got my stuff from. My parents.
I love that.
Yeah, my mother loved the doo-wop. What's good, man? All right.
We have an audience member, a live audience member. Hello.
My man, pleasure, brother. Pleasure. Yeah,
The way somebody just said you're like the Energizer Bunny.
Who was that? Oh, it had to be Martin G. What's up, man? Great DJ too. Angelo Boom and Martin G. They're part of DY Music Radio. Really great DJs. Martin G's an upcoming producer as well. You gotta check out his work. He does a lot of great edits, classic edits. He's just dope. So big shout outs to those guys. Yeah, so like I said, it was my mom and my dad, man. Big shout outs to them for introducing me to music, you know, and living in Spanish Harlem, and then hanging out at a young age in Harlem where all the Morenos are.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got to learn who this Fearless 4 and the Treacherous 3. You know, I hung out with Crazy Eddie and Master OC, and what's this guy's name? Peso of the Fearless 4, and that's my introduction into the R&B and the funk and the jazz, hanging out in the West Side. And being a Latino, I collaborated and put everything together into one thing. So that's why I have a lot of knowledge of music, you know, whether it's hip hop, whether it's jazz, whether it's salsa, which is merengue, and all that type of stuff. So,
do you think it was easier back then for that collaboration to happen? I feel like nowadays it's not as open. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was easier. I'm gonna tell you why. There was only one genre of each. You think, you know, house music. Let's talk about house, which is originally club music.
Mm-hmm.
There was no such thing as house. It was club, right? One genre of club, one genre of freestyle, one genre of salsa, one genre of merengue, and the list goes on. Today, you got subgenres of house music. You got techno house, Afro house, deep tech, this, that, this.
Okay, so it wasn't just me.
No, and then you got Latin, which is salsa, merengue, bachata, dembow. The dembow in Dominican. From the Dominican and the dembow from here is totally different, you know. So it was easier back then because you had just one genre of each. Now you got so many that it becomes a little hard. It's like a DJ, like DJ Ramo. Big shout out to DJ Ramo, good friend of mine. Him and I used to do parties in Jersey before he became, you know, the person he is today. We used to do all the colleges, Uppsala College, Montclair State. I mean,
Alma
you name
mater.
it. Yeah. Oh, all right.
Montclair State girl.
I don't know the whatever it is. But, you know, I give it to guys like him and Carmelo and those guys that play everything. You know, I'm 55 years old. I can't remember if wait. Yeah, I got it. I got to know what's on. I just wanted to make sure I had them on. My wife is like, But, you know, it's difficult. To me, it's difficult. I can't do it all. You know what I mean? I at this point in my life, I stick to what I know, and let me get into what I know. And if I don't know it, I have many DJs, 40 DJs on my station, and one of them can do it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be, I know it all. Then I go there and I flopped, and everybody look at me like I'm an asshole, like I'm an Aries. Sorry, Mr. Rivera. But you know, to me, it was a lot easier back then than today. You know, it's just. You know, it's just like the DJing aspect. It was harder then, but it's actually the opposite. Back then was a little harder because you had to learn how to do vinyl, and today's easier when you're just using a controller to sync the buttons. Mm-hmm. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. So the opposite is back then it was a lot easier with music, but it's a lot harder today because you have so many subgenres of music, you know. And I love it all. You know, again, I don't bash anybody or anyone in how they play these days. I was there once, and whatever they choose, whatever preference they choose, go for it, you know.
Do you think that like that whole industry of DJing is so saturated that it's hard for someone to make a living at it, or is it that's not the goal? Is it to be, you know, going to these battles and doing all that types? Like what, you know, when you want to be a DJ, are you actually looking to make money, or is it just like?
Well, people want to make money. People want to
Always.
become a superstar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't want to become? Who don't want to be the next Louis Vega? Who don't want to be the next Tiesto? or who don't want to be the next Alex Sensation. You know, these guys, or even Funk Master Flex. You know, these guys get paid, 3 digits. 6 digits.
Mm-hmm.
5 digits. It depends where you at. That's what all the DJs dream to become. You know what I mean? So, it is hard, but if you have some sort of a gift, and you have some sort of, if you're likable, and you have a good energy, you can make it. You can make it in this industry. Just don't F anybody up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Behind what you climbing up, because who you see up, you're gonna see down, and that
Right.
person that you see coming up will that you dissed. That person may become the next Clive Davis and be like, you know what? You gonna kiss my ass.
He just used the word diss. When was the last time?
Listen, I'm old school, man.
I love it, though.
I'm old school. I don't care. You lucky I didn't say fresh. B-boy Stan. Say something. Say something.
I can't even do a good b-boy. Like,
I'm still old school. I
love it.
still speak old school. My kids, my daughters, my 21-year-old, and my 19-year-old, Nikki and Eliza. They keep me up to par with all the new lingo.
does it make sense to you, though?
It does.
It does?
Because I'm still involved.
But wait, all right, so like there's a couple that I'm like, I don't understand if that's supposed to be derogatory or not. Like, it doesn't, like, if you look up the definition, it's not a bad word. So how is it? And I don't know what it is, but
Which one?
There's a whole bunch that they use now.
Hey, listen. Whatever.
But I'm from the era that still had the encyclopedias on the shelves.
You're talking about the books, like, okay, AC to CB. Like,
and then
what
the annals.
What the hell? Nobody does that. Now everybody cheats and be like, I got it. Right here, kids. It's right here.
Everything is there.
So, but, that era, I give my kids, a lot of prompts, too, because they keep me in tune. Listen, I got some funny-ass kids, man. They're just comedians. So, today, like I said, today is just a whole different thing, and if you can make it, make it. And just don't fuck anybody over in going up. You know what I mean? I've been there. Something just happened to me just recently.
Oh gosh.
That I have a bad taste in my mouth, but it's okay because I'm a positive person, and I got something major out of it.
Well, that's the point.
That's the point. You know what I mean? So whatever you do,
just swipe it up. Yeah. Sorry
about that, guys.
Sorry. Someone decides to call me and it fucks everything up. Hey, Easy 123 Solutions.
What's up? So yeah. So it's just the way it is. I just keep it moving, and the thing for people who are trying to become a DJ, just be true. Just be true and try not to fuck nobody over, man. Because what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's super important.
Listen, I say, you do something wrong to someone, and that person can make it, but along that, something major may happen to that person, because God will pay him back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I say, because every dog has his day.
Yep.
And this is why I'm still here.
I believe that.
I'm still here. I've been doing this since I was 14. I'm 55 years old. You know what I mean? So that's
longer. Yeah, that's a very long career.
Yeah. And I'm happy where I'm at. I'm good. I've been around the block 3 times, and I can say that I can still go to any politician and say, hey, I want to do something. He said, sure, what do you need? I didn't fuck nobody over. I'm still an honest guy. I try to be as honest and transparent as I could be, because it's important. Mm-hmm. You don't want, me personally, and I get this from my grandmother. My grandma, may she rest in peace. My grandmother would say, be honest. No matter what anybody does to you, just continue, smile and keep it moving. Don't worry about it. Your day will come. And here I am doing what I love to do. Listen, I have a regular job as well. I don't care. People can. I'm real. I'm a real motherfucker. I have a job that pays my bills.
Mm-hmm.
and what I do after with my music is just extra, and I love it. And I'm giving light to everyone. You know, I'm supporting everyone, and at the same time, I'm feeding my spiritual energy to everyone else. Because, you know, my man right here probably went through something, right? And if I'm playing music, and that one record, he's going to be like, my God, it went right through my fucking bones. He'll remember something, and then he'll feel good about it. Because of just that one record and how I played it. You know what I mean? So, you know, the point I'm making is just be honest to yourself, or all the DJs, like you were saying, you know, DJs that want to come up, and just be true to the game. And if you got it, just go for it. Don't let nobody tell you anything different, man. Listen, again, 41 years in this game, and I've been through it all. The disses, the comments, and the this and the that's, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna keep moving. I don't pay attention.
That's the Aries in you. That's the Aries.
Because you know what? If you focus on the negative, your ass is gonna be a depressed motherfucker. Excuse the language. I know I'm cursing. I'm not supposed to curse.
No, yeah, we can curse.
But you'll be a depressed ass. I don't care about social media and what. Well, let me not say that. I'm saying it wrong. I do care about social media, but I don't care of what any other person is doing. I don't care, because at the end of the day, you know, you look at these people doing something, I wish that was me, or that could have been me, or this could have been that, and da-da-da-da. Then you fall into a depressed mode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just handle your business. Do your thing. That's what I say. You know, so going back to the DJs, don't follow shit. Just do your shit. Don't worry about the social media. Listen, I played in London a couple years back with Dennis Ferrer and Kerry Chandler and Spen and the motherfuckers. You probably don't even know these guys besides Dennis Ferrer. You know Dennis Ferrer. That's the guy who did Just Alone and Every Day. Hey, hey. Okay. And Tony Humphries I played. So I played, and I have my own style of playing music. I use my hip-hop tactics to my house music. And there was a comment that someone wrote in London. I didn't say not one word. I didn't give a shit. Everybody else commented. Dennis Ferrer, Tony Humphries.
For you, they responded.
My peers, responded for me. And this is what I'm saying. Don't follow whatever's going on. Do not.
Don't let that affect you.
Don't let it affect you at all, because you're gonna end up hating, or you're gonna end up not doing what you love to do because of what's out there. So the DJs that are coming, you know, learn the craft, do it well, whatever it may be. Again, it's hard today. Getting back to what you said, it's harder today because you got open format DJs that plays a little bit of everything, which I think everyone should know, because you can get a lot of gigs that way. Look at Tony Touch. I don't even know who Tony Touch is.
Yeah, he's gonna keep saying names because he knows.
The reason why I'm saying Tony Touch, because Tony Touch produced a lot of the hip hop artists back in the '80s, and he's still producing. You talking about Mobb Deep, and you talking about. I mean, listen, I could continue to talk about all this stuff. That guy right there, big shout out to Tony Touch. It's called the Funk Box. His thing. He's got the best of both fucking worlds, house, hip hop. Right. He goes to Italy, he plays his hip-hop shit. Italy right now, Europe, they eating hip-hop. Old school hip-hop of that, 80s and 90s, they eating that. So, to me, I say to the DJs, learn the whole craft. Just don't stay stuck in one genre. Because when you get stuck in one genre, some new shit come up, and then you become 60 years old, and all you know is how to play one genre, and what happens after that? Now, nigga, you old. You got a young kid coming in playing those types of shit. I'm gonna hire him because he's a crowd motivator. You know what I mean? And that's what I think. And I want to say about the new DJs that want to come up. You know what I mean?
I love that. And also, I just want to add one thing. You're not for everybody, and that's okay.
Right.
So don't worry about who you're not for. Worry who you are for.
Yeah. Work on your crowd. Yeah. Work on the people who's gonna love you to play no matter what you play.
And people get stuck on that though. They'll be like, but why don't they like me? Yeah. Why don't they? Don't worry.
Listen, I've been there. You know, listen, I'm human.
Yeah,
we're all human.
we're all human.
You know what I mean? We're all human. Sometimes we say to ourselves, oh man, did they like me? Didn't they like me? I'm a very critical person. I'm very hard on myself.
I think we all are hard
You know?
on ourselves.
Yeah, and my wife says it all the time. Says, "Yo, man, relax, bro. You know, you good. Just you don't need what's that word I'm looking for? Someone to approve of what what you're doing. There's a word for that, and I can't think of it right now. But just be happy that you're there.
Yeah.
Just be happy you're there. Listen, you know, again, I've been in the game for a long time, and I'm doing what I love to do, and I have a new. I'm going in a different direction in my life in a few minutes. You know what I mean? So musically.
So let's talk about it then.
Well, I'm gonna continue to play music, and I'm gonna start moving into the promoting game.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you're a promoter anyway.
Yeah, you know, I've been promoting all my parties for a long time. I've been promoting. Well, I'm not gonna say myself because I have a team. So big shout outs to the team for helping me promote as well, because you don't do this by yourself. But I've been in the game so long that I want to do something different.
It's like the natural progression.
Yeah, I have to, because what's next after DJing? You're 90 years old, 80 years old, 70 years old. What's the next thing? So let me do that now. So when I get to 70 and 80 years old, I'm already there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, doing Prudential Center.
Which
doing
you are
Madison,
doing already. Yeah.
Prudential, Madison Square Garden. Those are my dreams, to do a big arena outside, go do the MetLife Stadium and do something epic, something different that nobody's doing. And I have it already in my mind to do it. It's just getting there to do it and getting the people that willing to support it and willing to throw money at you, because it's not cheap. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's my next move. I love what I do. I'm going to continue to play music. I'm going to continue being the DJ that I am. But I'm definitely going to be moving into the promoting game. You know, I think it's the way for me to go.
Well, like I said, to me, it just sounds like the natural progression. That's exactly what
I
was
and I
thinking
love
in
it, man. I'm an
yeah.
entertainer. I just love entertaining.
You have the personality, but this
You
time
know.
instead of the headphones, you're gonna have the suit.
The suit. No, I don't think I'm gonna have a suit, bro. I don't
come
think so.
on.
Nah, just sneakers and jeans, dude, man. Come on. You know, I was gonna come here in a pink thong, and my wife said, "What are you, crazy?"
Thank you very much for not letting him come out of the house like that.
I said, "Come on, baby, come on." I said, "What are you, crazy?" I said, "I'm an entertainer. You go entertain your ass into the bedroom, throw some fucking clothes on, and then bring your ass out. All right?" I'm just kidding. Yeah.
All right, so guess what?
It's
been about an hour.
It's okay. We can keep going, right?
Yeah, we can keep going.
I don't care. I don't.
Yeah,
I
we're
can
good.
keep going. I'm going. So what else?
As long as my sponsor don't throw us out.
Sponsor. I don't think they'll throw you. I think you're good.
All right, so I had a question for you. Well, do you want to talk about the stuff that you have done at the Prudential Center at NJ Pack?
Yeah, of course. Well, I started doing these house functions in Newark. Big shout out to Butchie. Butchie used to manage. I know he's the owner of a club back in the days. He introduced me to someone at the library, which.
Thank you for saying the word correctly, by the way.
What?
People say librarian, it like irks the shit out of
me. Oh, library. La libreria. Toma. What they say, librarian?
No, they say library.
Library.
Like, so what the fuck is a library?
Well, gracias, mija. Yeah. So, you know, he introduced me to the people from the library, and now you're going to make me think about the library, coño. You know, I hate you.
No, you don't.
Of course I don't.
No,
you know
don't.
that. Yes, that's not a good word. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I was just joking. Hey,
Jason, we got another podcaster who just joined us. He's from First Class Second Please.
Hey, Jason, what's going on, man? Dirt off your shoulder. We got see. Notice I'm doing this because I need my glasses, right?
He has them right there.
Yeah, I know I have them here.
That's me.
That's me, right? Yeah. So anyway, I started doing these house functions in Newark at the library a couple years back. That was so successful. Then the pandemic hit, and then it won't do any longer. So then I ended up doing a block party, and each of these events I was getting 2,000 plus.
Wow.
2,000 plus. That's that right there then made me think about being a promoter. I'm bringing that type of crowd, and this is Newark, and I had people coming from all over, from South, from Miami, you name it.
So they were traveling for
traveling,
these things.
yeah,
Okay.
they were traveling. Then, like I said, then that made me become the promoter. Like, wanted to come into the promoting game. I met a good friend of mine that deals, Elena.
Mm-hmm.
Elena's friend Herbie. Big shout out to Herbie. I was talking to Herbie and said, "Yo, Herb, man, I would love to do something at J-Pack." He said, "Serious?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Are you there?" I said, "Yeah, I'm serious." He said, "All right, I got the connection." I said, "All right, hook me up." He said, "No problem." He hooked me up with the people from NJ-Pack, and that's where the '90s All-Star Dance concert came about. You know, through these people. And again, going back to what I was saying before about don't shit on people on your way up, because you know you're gonna always use these people on your way coming, you know, on your way up or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, the '90s concert came about, and it was such an amazing event. It was hard because no one's ever done an event that has 5 different genres of music. That's never been done. You talking about hip hop, reggae, pop music, or pop dance music, house music, and salsa. You know what I mean? You know, Brenda K. Starr, you know, George Lamont, St. Melendez, you know, freestyle and salsa, and then you have, you know, Marshall Jefferson and, you know, CeCe Rogers and Strafe and all those other guys that do that gotta have house music all night long. That type of genre. And you have Black Sheep, Engine number 9. You know, I know you know that.
I know that one. Yes, I do.
You know, and then you had the reggae. So it was really a difficult thing to do, but I did it, and it was a success. Where now they want me to do another one next year, and I have 4 really great artists that are gonna perform, plus some extras.
Are we allowed to talk about who?
No. I'll tell you offline.
Okay.
Offline. You know what I mean? So until all the paperwork is done, then
Gotcha.
You know,
I understand. Now we don't want to put any bad juju vibes out.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
the paperwork is there.
Exactly.
But so you're naming some names with George Lamont and Brenda K. Starr and all that. But so are you friends with Sal?
That's my boy. Now, a true story was
that name I know.
Sal and I. Let me tell you. Let's talking about Sal. So, Sal and I go back. Wow, 1984. 1984. I've known Sal since 1984. 84. And Brenda K. Starr was part of my breakdance crew.
Really?
Yeah. Brenda K. Starr was part of Dynamic. If you go to YouTube and put up Big Break Dance Contest that was held at the Roxy's back in the days, Brenda K. Starr was singing one of our records.
Oh, wow.
That was produced by myself, by me and some other people. So entering the Big Break Dance Contest, Sal was one of the judges.
He's been in the game
for a long time, and you know he's paved the way for all these freestyle and hip hop. Some of these hip hop artists, Fat Joe and all those guys. So I've known Sal for since then, and then a couple years ago, I say maybe 8-9 years ago, we actually reconnected, and we ended up doing a boat ride together, which was amazing.
And he's doing. That's what I'm saying. Like when I think you, that's like the next segue for you.
That's my partner.
Look at Sal, what he's doing.
Actually we're doing a boat ride, Halloween boat ride. Sal and I are getting ready to do a Halloween boat ride in New York City on October 29th. And we also doing a concert together. So that's a good friend of mine. I'm learning from him. You know, he's been in the game for a long time. Mm-hmm. So why not, you know, learn from the best.
And just so say his last name, because I destroy
Sal Abatiello.
Abatiello, yeah, of Fever Records. So shout out to you, and shout out to White Boy DJ KYS.
DJ White Boy.
He actually, I had him on my show once because he and I go back. I met him the same night I met my husband. I both gave them my phone number, but he called me first.
Give me a high five, Mr. Rivera. Give me a high five. Come here, give me some high five. That's what I'm. See?
That's my boy too.
Yeah. Wait, exactly. In a city of 2 million people, how do I meet 2 guys in one night that are friends?
That's crazy, right? But the Aries went for it first.
We
always go for it first. Cause we go head straight, boom. Cabeza dura, coño.
Funny. And it was funny because White boy called me a couple weeks later after we met, right? And he, because I kept asking him his name. Like, when you're a DJ, you go by your DJ name. I was like, so what's your real name? He's like, no, that's, White boy. That's that. You could. And so he called me. He's like, it's funny. I didn't think you wouldn't guess my name since everybody kept saying. I'm like, who's everybody? He's like, Dennis and Vic. I was like, do you know Vic? And he's like, Vic Damone? Of course I know. I was like, what the fuck?
Guess what? I'm seeing him.
Yeah, I was like, well, we're kind of talking. He's like, all right, then I stepped down.
Cool dude,
Yeah,
White boy,
no,
man.
yeah.
Big shout out to White boy and the whole the Fever family. Those guys been around for a long time, man.
Yeah.
And right now Sal is kicking off. His whole career came back again, full circle. All the freestyle artists, they're all making great money now. So big shout outs to those guys. I mean, I do a thing in Long Island, a party in Long Island every Saturday, right? From what's today? Sunday? Today's Saturday or Sunday?
Today's Sunday.
I'm a little lost.
That's okay.
And I do it from 8 to midnight, and it's straight up freestyle and disco classics. I'm talking about Love and Desire. I'm talking about I don't think she knows these records. I'm talking like, who the hell is that? You know what I mean? Talking about Romeo and Juliet. I know you know the show, but there's a song called Romeo and Juliet. The thing is like 20 minutes long. The song is like 20 minutes, 27 minutes long. Stuff like that.
How long is the intro?
The intro. Well, if it's disco, it's going to be 10 minutes long before he starts singing. Before one word, comes out. We're like, oh, shit, damn, fucking 10 minutes. I can go take a shit and come back.
Right,
and make something to eat.
Ray said that his birthday is Halloween, so he needs that info for that Halloween cruise.
I got to put my glasses on so I can read.
Okay.
I got you, man. I'm going to see you in a few anyway, man. So I'll send that over. It's going to be a really great event, Halloween. It's going to be dope, man. I can't wait. I really can't wait. You guys invited. I got some free passes for you guys.
Oh. We got that on recording.
Yep. I got free passes for you guys.
Hello, DJ Nice from YNVS. I just interviewed them at a event I did a couple weeks ago already. So thanks for hopping on.
Shout out to you, man.
All right, so that's cool. All right, now I'm like stuck on the fact that you said you got free passes for me.
Yeah, I got some free passes. Listen, I'll give you free passes to a lot of stuff that I'm doing. I don't mind supporting. You know what I mean? It's all about supporting each other. We don't support each other, we're not gonna grow.
Right.
There's a lot of hating people out there. People hate. There's so many haters. I'm one, and everyone can tell you that I'm a full supporter of everything. I try to be involved. I try to collaborate with people. But some people got a different goal.
Yeah, and that's kind of it's sad too because we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
There's it's not like somebody's got a bigger. We're on the same fucking boat.
We are, and we all need each other to make
Yeah.
progress in life. Like I said, without my crew, DY wouldn't be where it's at today. 2-point-something million listens.
Wow.
We have almost 3 million people listen to the station. So without a foundation, without my crew, without the family, nothing can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So collaborating with people I love collaborating with people just because excuse me, different minds together can become something explosive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoy working with different people, but got to make sure you're working with the right people.
Yeah.
And like I said, something just happened not so long ago, and it just left a bad taste in my mouth. So
It's a learning lesson. That's all.
Yeah. So other than that, I'm good.
All right, I have a question for you.
No.
So, out of everything that you have just in the last 40 years you've done, if it had to be like your last meal type of thing, like you could never do anything else but that one thing, out of everything you've done, what would be the one thing that you would do for the rest of your days?
Pole dancing.
Pole down. Dear Lord. We didn't even talk about that. So that's where the pink thong
That's
comes
the pink
in.
thong came into it. That's it. Hey!
It's dope.
Oh, nah. So it's hard because, I still love doing it all.
Yeah.
That's really a tricky question because...
That's why I like that question.
In breakdancing, I'm too old and a little too heavy. to do that, at 170 pounds. I mean, listen, I did head spins at NJ Pack. I still have it.
Wow.
When I did the NJ Pack thing, I had actually brought out dynamic rockers, and I did a tribute to dynamic breakers as well. So I had b-boys there. So I ended up doing head spins. You know what I mean? I don't know if he was there, but yeah, this video is out there. I'm a little too old for that.
Okay.
The hip hop and house scene, the production, I'm still doing. I took a long pause, and I'm taking a long pause to the beginning of the year to get back into the production scene. So if that's a tough question. Since I'm going into a new.
All right, so we're gonna table that question until you start the new part of your career.
Yeah. Well, what I was about to get that, I think that the promoting hat will be the thing for me right now. I think
because it still lets you touch everything.
Exactly, and I'm still involved with music. I'm still involved with artists. I'm still involved with creating. I'm still involved with entertaining, because I'm an entertainer. So I have all those in one ball. So I'm gonna say entertainment. I'm gonna say promoting.
Okay.
Because I'm doing it now, and that's where I'm gonna go. And out of all of them, that's the one I'm gonna stick with.
All right. I love that answer. I think that's perfect.
Okay.
That's
thank
perfect. Okay, so where can everybody find you if they want to hear about what events you have coming up? Because you're doing that Linden block party.
I'm doing the Linden Latin Community Festival, and that's July 30th. Linden, New Jersey, in front of Linden City Hall. I have Ray Pearson. I have Swing Combo. I got a mariachi band. I got Milanel. I don't know if you know who she is. A really dope artist. She's performing. I got a Latin poet, a Puerto Rican poet. I have another band that plays a little bit of cumbia, Mexican music, a little bit of everything. It's a community event. So I'm embracing everyone as one Latino together, not just a Puerto Rican thing. It's not a Dominican thing. It's not a Ecuadorian thing. It's Latino all in one. So that's July 30th, and I'm getting ready to do another one. I'm in talks with some people in Freehold, and I'm also working on something really big, and I'll tell you that offline. That no one is doing for the Latinos. No one is doing it. I'm going to be the first one to do it.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait to hear about it then.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So they can find me at Duce Martinez, DUCE Martinez, MARTINEZ on all social media platforms. Simple. Tumblr, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube,
That's awesome.
I was gonna say something crazy, but I'm not gonna say it. So anyway, yeah, that's where you can find me.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans. Hey, ex-hamster. No.
Doing some pink thong photos for you.
I was just kidding, yeah. But anyway, this is so much fun. I enjoy the show. I really like the energy here. Your husband.
Thank you.
I forgot his name.
Mike.
Big shout out to Mike. He's the engineer here. He put the stuff together, the cameras and the mics. These mics are dope. Rode.
Thank you.
And Chino's in the house. You
my
were with me at that's right. Yeah. What's up, Chino? Yeah. Big shout out to Chino.
My first live audience member ever.
That's what's up, man. All right, so the first and never the last. That's for sure.
Yeah, hopefully.
You know what I mean? And big shout out. I have to say big shout out to Essex County College as well. They gave me a plaque for being a part of the hip hop movement. You know what I mean? So big shout out to KRS-One. We just did a documentary on Dynamic. That's in his documentary, and also we're being inducted into the Hip Hop Museum in Dynamic. So there's a lot of stuff going on in my life. So I'm very
a lot of positive.
Yeah, I'm just overwhelmed and blessed, and I thank God, and I thank all my spiritual people that's behind me, and my good friends, man. I can't knock my friends, man. My family, not my friends, my family. Gotta give them big shout outs. Again, I'm gonna name them all. It's Martin G, Dennis Gregory, Delia Latina, Millie Mills, Martin G, Angelo Boom, my wife, Misu, my team. I gotta give them a lot of props, man. Because without them, there's no Duce Martinez, and without them, and of course my supporters. Without my supporters, there's no Duce Martinez, because people gotta thank them. Because of them, all these people who are making noise, they couldn't do it. I don't care. The Louis Vegas, the David Morales, the supporters put them where they are. So I want to thank them for continuing to support me.
Love it.
All
right, so I told them about this new game that we're doing, right? So we are going to play 6 Degrees of Mindminx.
6 Degrees of Mindminx.
Yes. So what it is you got to pick somebody, celebrity, hopefully somebody I know.
Good luck. Okay.
And I got to connect myself to them in 6 people or less.
Okay. Someone that you know.
Well, hopefully. If they're celebrity, I should know.
Wow. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one, because I know so many, and a lot of them are old.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm not even gonna do it actors. I'm gonna leave the actors alone.
Oh fuck, he's gonna say a musician.
Yeah, because I was gonna. I mean, music is where it's at.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. All right.
I've worked with Penny Marshall. You know who Penny Marshall is?
No.
You ever heard of Laverne and Shirley?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Laverne.
Oh, sorry.
Laverne.
My husband's laughing at me in the background.
So I won't. I've worked with Laverne. I work for. I've done stuff with Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier, those guys. B Street. The movie B Street. Harry Belafonte produced it. So I'm really close to those guys.
Wow.
But I won't mention. I mentioned them many because I want people to know that I work with them. That's all.
That's impressive, though.
As an artist, okay, I'm gonna say Brenda K. Starr. There you go.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah. Well, okay. You want somebody hard? Okay.
No.
Like India.
Still.
Okay.
I know Sal.
Okay.
So we could do that in 4. We could say Mindminx, Duce, Sal,
India. Okay, and that's 4. Okay, there you go.
We did it.
That's hard. That's a tough one.
But isn't that? So I think it's so fun because I've met so many fucking amazing people, and it just makes them feel so much more real as opposed to this on a pedestal. Which I'm not trying to downgrade their talent or whatever they've accomplished. It just makes it feel so much cooler that I know people that they know.
Tito Puente Jr., how's that?
I have no.
Okay, then forget it. Hey, those 4, we go with those 4. That's how we did the 4. But you know what? I can tell you that what you're doing here, it's great, people. So whoever comes here to be interviewed, just know that this is how can I say this? The spirits in here are great.
Thank you.
The energy is amazing. I came in here not knowing what I'm gonna get myself into. I thought I was gonna go into somebody's, garage.
No.
They got trees. I was gonna get slapped with some with some palm trees or something. I'm just kidding. No, but the energy here is great. The crew here is amazing. Definitely come back. You want to talk some more crap? I'm here.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I'm here. I just love to talk a lot of mierda. You know what I mean? But true mierda.
So I want one memory I have of you. So we never met in person before today, right?
Right.
But the first conversation that we ever had on the phone, it felt like we'd known each other forever. He even nicknamed me Cece.
Cece. Yep. And it's crazy because I'm trying to look for her Instagram, right? And I'm like, what the I said, what the hell? I had to go through shit. Oh, it's Mindminx.
Yeah.
So, okay. Because, I named it CC. So now I have to put Mindminx on the side of CC so that when I look for you, because I was trying to get a hold of you so I can get some stuff so I can promote. And big shout out to CC in the house.
Thank you.
Mindminx show. Definitely something to continue to look forward to, right? Mindminx show. Duce Martinez. Mindminx herself. My brother Mike.
Yo. Vic. Chino.
All right. Love you guys.
Thanks
for tuning in.
Everybody, it is a brand new week, so go and own it and mind your favorite minx and join us next time. Have a great week, everybody.
Oh, wait. Big shout out to Castro Beats.
Castro Beats, yes.
That's right. Big shout out to Castro Beats for this amazing beat behind. Too bad I'm not a rapper. I'm like, well, you know what? I could rap. Hold on. Ready? Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I know. Yeah, everybody waiting for one word. Everybody was waiting for. But the crazy shit is, right? I know we finished, but I just want to say a couple things.
That's okay.
So being in the studio with like Redman and those guys, and then some upcoming artists, they smoke so much weed that they book a block of 12 hours, but only do 1 hour work. And then when they're in the room, before they say their first word, they just saying I'm like, yo, when the fuck you gonna say the first word? Yo, can you say something? You know what I mean? That's just amazing to me, right? So that's why I did it. I said, I had all you guys like,
Yep,
yeah, he about to spit some bars.
Waiting.
No!
He was waiting.
But anyway, God bless y'all. Thank you for having me. And I'm looking forward to coming back again sometime, maybe in the future, whenever you decide.
You.
After my next event, I would love to come by and we can take it from there.
All right. Thank you. Love you so much. All right, everybody. We're done. We're good. See you next time.
Peace.